Canva just released a ton of new tools, but there are some really cool new features most people haven't even noticed yet. So in this video, I'm going to show you 10 new Canva features you might have missed. And trust me, you've definitely been number one, because this one will allow you to make your designs pop. And it's pretty easy to use and completely free. What you're going to do is select a text element. So for example, this one here, a text box. Then head over to the color button, which is this one here on the toolbar. And then instead of selecting a solid color, you will see that you also now have available gradient colors. From here, you'll be able to select any of these colors, and that will be it. If you want to create a custom gradient, what you can do is go to the plus icon. And then from here, you'll be able to adjust the colors from the gradient. So let me go back, and let's create a custom gradient again. This time, because I didn't select a gradient color first, you see that we have a black solid color on the text box. And then when I go here to the plus icon, you will see that we are now under solid color. To add a gradient, we need to go to this tab and then customize these colors from here. So let's say that I want a gradient going from orange to blue. I have now here my custom colors, and then you can select a gradient style. This new feature is going to be a game changer for businesses selling products because you'll be able to print customized mailer boxes directly from Canva. So you're going to click on print, and then from here, make sure to search for mailer box. You're going to see here the mailer box options. You're going to click on this thumbnail. At the moment, you only have this one size, but hopefully in the future they'll have more options. So I'm clicking here. Now I'm here in the editor. And as you can see, we have some special guidelines that are going to help us design our customized box. And on the left side, you will see the Design tab open. And from here, you can discover the different templates available for this kind of document. So if you want to create your design using one of these templates, simply click on any of them. I'm going to use this one, and then you'll be able to customize it from here. And I also want to mention something here because I said that this was going to be a game changer for business owners. But I was also thinking that if you want to create a very memorable gift, something that is not related to business, but you really like somebody and you want to give them a really nice gift, you could create a customized box and then pack the gift in this box. I have quickly customized this design. And now let me show you something pretty cool. Because once you are done with your design, you are going to print it with Canva. There's a button on top of the screen. You can see here it says Print with Canva. You can see here again the size of the box. And what I want to show you is that you will see a mock-up of your box from here. So you can see all the different angles, and actually you can see a 3D view of your box. So it is this first thumbnail right here. And then you can move it with your cursor and see every single angle from your box. You will see the prices from here. You can see that you can print even just one box. So that's why I was saying that maybe if you want, you could use this option for a special gift. But then you will also see that if you order more than one box, the price really goes down. So you can see if you order 50 boxes, each box will be $8.50. This mailer box feature is only available in the US, but hopefully in the future it will be available in different countries. Feature number 3 is going to save you time while setting up your brand kits. For this, go to More on the side panel and then access Brand. On this account, we don't have any brand kits created, so if it's the same case for you, it will look like this. Now, if you want to use this new feature, which will allow you to save time while setting up a brand kit, you will need to open this dropdown. And then from here, select Create New Brand Kit. You're going to give a name to your brand kit. From here, hit Create. And then from here, you'll be able to share your website or your PDF. And then Canva will help you set up your brand kit. I'm going to type here our website. So this one is teamrondi.com, and then simply hit this button, and it says that the brand kit has been updated. And as you can see, we have the Team Rondi logo in here. We had already provided the name, so we have the Team Rondi Collab, which will probably be the name of our membership that will be launching pretty soon. And now, pay attention to the menu that we have on the left, because we have two little stars next to logos and colors. The other sections are empty at the moment, but we can see that logos and colors have been updated. And you can also note this by taking a look at the tiles below. As you can see, we have now on logos and colors a label that says Added. So if I were to go to Logos, you can see that we have the logo in PNG. And then in colors, we have a color palette. And I say a color palette because this is actually not our color palette. So I will need to adjust these two colors and then add the other colors from our real color palette. In this case, you can see that fonts, brand voice, photos, graphics, and so on are empty. But still, we save time by adding the logo and a color. I guess that if you have a page on your website that is focused only on your brand assets, you will see more elements uploaded to your brand kit. Now, let me quickly delete this brand here and show you another example. Let me create a new brand kit. Okay, so this one is the Collab 2, because this time I'm going to upload guidelines instead of the website. Okay, I have here this document that we created in our Canva master course. We have a brand board with our logo, our color palette, brand voice, fonts, and so on. In here, I just want to notice that we didn't mention the name of the font. So that's something to pay attention to. Maybe if we put the name of the font, it will appear on fonts. I'm not sure about that, but let's take a look. I'm going to open this document. Canva is scanning for brand information. The brand kit has been updated. And if I take a look at the tiles below, we see that we have new colors and a brand voice. The rest of the tiles do not have a label. So let's take a look at colors. And this time the color palette is actually perfect. It's exactly the same that we uploaded on the PDF. And then on brand voice, we see that we have exactly the same brand voice description that we have on the PDF. So this feature saved me some time. Not a lot of time because I still have a lot of sections to fill, but I know that this is just the first version of this feature, so I hope that this is going to get better with time. Feature number 4 is going to make your brand kit feel like home. Now you're able to customize the titles of each of your categories, and you can also organize them. So in our case, we never use charts or we rarely use them. So I don't think this section is relevant in our brand kit. So I'm going to go to the 3 dots and then hit delete. You will get this message saying that if you delete this category, it is permanent and it cannot be undone. The assets and guidelines will no longer be available, but in this case, we don't have any information inside this category, so I'm going to delete it. In the icons section, we don't really have icons, but we do have emojis. So I'm going to go to the 3 dots and rename this category. You can see that I now have access to this text and I can rename it. Now, if you go to all assets and hit the plus icon, you'll be able to add more categories to your brand kit. Or you can also organize your categories in sections. Let me add a new category. You will see that we have the charts category available in here in case you want to add it later on. Or you can add a custom one. You can rename it from here, or you can also rename it from here. And you can start adding your brand assets with this button. Now, if you want to organize your categories, you go to the plus icon and add a section. Let's say that I want to have a section only related to thumbnails. So I'm going to name this section Thumbnails. And then I can start adding the categories that are only related to thumbnails. Now let's add another section. Let's say that I want to add in here only elements related to business proposals, which will have elements that are going to look a little bit more professional. As you all know, our thumbnails can be very crazy, very funky, but we still need to keep a professional side to it. So I can add new categories from here and add another set of photos like this. Little by little, you will see that your brand kit will really feel like home, as it will be fully customized to your brand. Add brand guidelines, do's and don'ts your team can see. With this feature, you'll be able to add precise guidelines so everyone in your team knows how to use your brand assets, and also they'll be able to access them where they need them. So the new feature is, of course, under brand, and you'll have access to it in here. You see that it has a new label, so let's discover it. I'm going to click here on Guidelines, and then you can add guidelines by clicking on this purple button. This is going to open a document. So you will see we are now inside the editor, and you'll be able to add your guidelines from here. From here, you'll have this brand guideline template that you can customize to make it your own. You will see that it's very, very comprehensive. You can add information about your logo, your color, typography, and so on. I believe this is also a pretty interesting exercise for you to follow, as it will make your brand more solid. So let me come up, and I'm just going to change a couple of details in here really quick. Going to change the color on this banner and the text. Okay, once you are done with your changes, hit save and continue customizing the document. Okay, I just did a couple of little changes here on this guideline to show you how easy and quickly it is. I am done with this just for the sake of this tutorial. So I'm going to hit done, and you will see that now every time that I go to guidelines, I'll be able to see this document from here. So let me go to another section, for example, colors, and then go back to guidelines. You can see that I can read the document from here. If there is anything that you want to adjust or change, go again to these three dots, hit edit, and you'll be back to this editor. You can, of course, adjust or change the document as you need, and then hit done. Now let me show you how to access these guidelines from the editor and how to add a couple of more precise guidelines. For this, I'm going to create a new document. I'm going to quickly add a template here. And now let's go to brand. You can see that we have our customized brand in here. We have the titles and the sections that we created, and we also have guidelines. We can access this document from here, but we can also add customized instructions to any of these categories. So let's go to colors, and from here, let's click edit, and then this plus icon. You can see that we can add guidelines from here, and we can add a little summary in a list of do's and don'ts. Once you are done with your information or your instructions, you're going to hit save. This will open another window, which is going to tell you that your changes will be instantly shared. So basically, everyone who has access to this brand kit will have access to these guidelines. So do you want to proceed? Yes. Save changes. And now, every time that anybody accesses this category, they can have also access to guidelines. Generate on-brand designs with Canva AI. This feature will allow you to generate designs with AI using your own brand kit. For this, we are going to Canva AI. Click on this box, and then from here, click on the plus icon. You will see that we have now this new feature to apply a brand. So we're going to open this dropdown and select the brand kit that you want to use. Lastly, add your prompt in here. Okay, I'm done with my prompt, and I'm just going to hit submit. And it has generated 4 designs for us. And as you can see, it is using our branded font and also our branded color palette. So this is quite exciting. We will just need to make a couple of changes, I guess maybe on the copy and the images. But the rest of the design, because it already has our branded fonts and our colors, it will be almost ready to go. Let's say that I want to use this one. So I'm going to click on this icon. And now if you want to change anything on the text, you can do it from here. But you can also change the images and the corners. And you can see that I can search for any keyword, and I have access to the image library from here. Okay, I'm going to select this photo, and it has been changed automatically, and I can continue doing so. Now, if you want to download or if you want to adjust a little bit further these designs, you can click on Use Canva Editor. You can further adjust here your design and then download it. The next feature is pretty fun, and it will make your designs a little bit more. You're going to go to Elements, and then from here, you'll see this new feature. From here, you'll have access to 3D elements. You can see that there are different categories. But what I really like about them is that you can customize their position. So let me show you what I mean. Let's bring this little panda here to our design. You're going to see a little rainbow effect on top. That means that the element is loading. After it finishes loading, you will see an icon like this. And this will allow you to rotate your element. And I believe this feature is going to make your designs even more unique, as everyone will be using a different angle from the same element. I'm in love with this new feature. Let me know, what do you think about it? Interactive presentations with Canva AI. This new feature will use AI to help you build new presentations from scratch. And it actually works with you to define goals, shape outlines, and refine ideas. So let me show you how it works. From the homepage, click Canva AI, then Design for Me. And from here, select Presentation. You're going to add a prompt to generate a presentation. In my case, it's something pretty simple. Create a presentation on Ashtanga Yoga. Many of you may already know that I love yoga, so that's my topic today. I'm going to hit Submit. This will take you to this chat. And from here, you'll be able to select a style, audience, and length. So you have here 3 different drop-downs. At the moment, we have this one open. So let me click. So you can see that it will disappear, and then click again. So you can preview the different options. So let's say that I want to go for something elegant. And then the audience, we have casual, professional, and educational. Let's go for casual. And then you'll also be able to select the amount of pages. So you can make it short, 1 to 5 pages, balanced, 5 to 15 pages, and then in-depth, more than 15 pages. I'm going to go for this option, balanced, and then click Submit. Canva AI will generate an outline for you to review, reorder, and edit. So let's see, what do we have in here? We have 5 different sections. Introduction to Ashtanga Yoga, Principles, Benefits, Conclusion, and Next Steps. Each of these sections will have a list of key ideas. And as you can see, this is not the final wording. This is just for you to see the outline. And then if you click on any other section, you will see again a list of key ideas for each of them. So let me see here practice of Ashtanga Yoga. And then what do we have here in the key ideas? How to practice and what to expect. Structure of a typical Ashtanga session. Primary series, intermediate, advanced, overview. So in my case, I just want to focus on the primary series. So I'm going to leave it like this. And I also want to mention in here that you can also delete sections if there is something that you're not quite happy about, or you can also reorder the sections. So you can see, I moved this section above, and then let's say that I want to delete this option here and add a new section. When you practice Ashtanga Yoga, you usually recite a mantra. So it would be nice to have these 2 mantras, the one at the beginning and at the end of the practice in this document. So I'm giving a title here and a description. Here I have a simple title and also a simple description of this section. And we will see what Canva AI generates for us. I think I'm happy with this structure. So I'm going to click Generate Design. I know I have 4 different options for me to design. These 4 options took just 1 minute to be generated. So let me see. I'm going to select one of these 2. Let's go for this one. I really like these 2 options. Let me see this one more time. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this one. So I'm going to click on the pencil, and then you will have a preview of the presentation on the right-hand side. You can preview and read every single slide from here. I'm quite interested in the section of the mantras. So you can see here. Okay, so I didn't get what I wanted. I wanted to have the whole opening mantra and the whole closing mantra. But it's okay. I can fix it because you can still customize everything here on these slides. So if you want to customize these designs, you can do 2 different things. You can come here and adjust the text, for example. So let's say that I'm going to present this. So I'm going to type my name in here, submit text. And then if you want to change any photo, simply click on the photo. You will see here a selection of photos used on this presentation. You can see all the other options in here. They will appear when I click here. Or you can search for images. So let's try yoga. And then you'll have access to images in the Canva library. So I'm going to go for this option. There is something wrong here with this foot. So I prefer to go for an image that was not AI generated. So I'm happy with this one. And then you can also change the colors on your presentation. So let's hit the color button. And from here, we have only 3 different options. I'm going to go for this one. And you can see that today, we're looking at how the colors on the whole presentation have changed. And as you can see, I can click again to shuffle the color combinations. I think I like this one better. And yeah, this one is not bad. Let me go back and see. I think I'm happy with this option. And now, as I mentioned, I would like to keep working on the mantras section. So I'm going to go and use the Canva editor. And then from here, you know that you can change and customize anything. We are now in the editor, so I can come here and adjust this text. Let me ungroup these text boxes. Okay, I have here the opening mantra. I could create another page and add the closing mantra. So as you can see, you can still customize this presentation as any other design and then present it from here or download it if you want. This interactive presentation generation with AI is available for free, pro, teams, education, and enterprise accounts. Now moving into Canva Grow, where you can find ad inspiration and publish meta ads. Many business owners already use Canva to design their ads, but Canva has taken it to another level because now we have Grow. From here, you can find ad inspiration from the top performing ads, and you can filter them by industry, theme, and brand. From this Grow section, you can also create ads with AI. You can use the prompt templates below, adjust if necessary, and then follow the next steps. And once your ads are ready, you can publish them directly from Canva. At the moment, this feature only supports ads published to Meta. Finally, you'll also have a real-time visual summary of your ad account performance. With this, you'll be able to analyze the assets and understand what's working. And I'm not going into detail on these features, so the video doesn't get too long, but let me know if you are interested in learning more about it. And now it's time for you to let me know which of all of these features you are most excited about. Now, if you want to keep exploring what's new in Canva, make sure to check the next video on our Canva World Tour playlist, which is right here. And if you want to learn more about Canva, if you want to go deeper and really master Canva, that's it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.